as you're ready, let's begin the class. I want you to step onto your mat. Find your parallel position, your toes are pointing forward. Find your tallest spine position. Relax the shoulder, feeling nice and easy, feeling nice and long. Now I want you to just soften the knees a little bit. Rest your hand on your thighs. We are going to do some standing roll down. So go ahead and take a deep breath. Now as you exhale, ready the abdominal here, and then go ahead and tip the head forward and start rolling the spine down gradually. And you kind of just brushing your hand through your legs and allow your spine to fall with the support of the abdominals. The pelvis is supported, the pelvis is tipping forward. We inhale, exhale, feeling the zip up sensation through the lower abdominal and roll up the spine, coming up into an upright spine position. Your knees are still soft here. So again, take an in breath, exhale, zipping up, rounding up and over forward with the spine, and then all the way down to where feels comfortable for you. Your arms are just brushing through your legs. Inhale, do not let go of the abdominal here. Exhale, lift the abdominal up. That is going to assist you to roll up the spine and come up to that nice, long, tall position. Last one. Breath out, zip up, rolling forward, down, up and over. Feeling as you do this, in breath. Exhale, zip up, support the spine as you roll up and coming up to that beautiful tall position. And then straighten the knees for a sec. Go ahead and interlace the hands behind you. Again, slight softening of the knees. Now from here, I want you to lengthen the arms down and allow the chest to then expand up to the sky. And go into a slight extension with the neck supported as you inhale, exhale, relax. Again, inhale, reaching down, expanding the chest, arching the upper spine back, and exhale, release back. Again, inhale, reaching down, expand the chest up, exhale, release down. All right, and then go ahead and extend the knee again. Take your left arm up and then side bending over to your right. Coming back up. Switching, inhaling, reach. Exhaling, side bending over. And exhale. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back. Again. Inhale, one more each side. Exhale, back. Last one. Inhale, reach. And exhale, come back. All right, let's go into the mat. So the best way to get on a mat is roll to your side and then go ahead, roll onto your back. Now let's find what we call supine position. Here, have your heels in line with the sit bone. So notice what is the pelvis, just in line with the center of the hip. Bending the knee, chest open, arms reaching out. Take an in breath, and as you exhale, draw in the lower abdominal. Allow it to kind of zip up through to the belly button, and that is going to assist you into a imprinting of the lower spine. The bottom comes off here, and then exhale, relax out. That's an inhale. Exhale, we draw in the abdominal, allow the lower back to imprint to the floor, and then release back. Again, exhale, drawing in, curling the pelvis up. So I wanted to use the abdominal consciously rather than the pelvis gripping or pushing up off the floor. And then inhale, feeling the elongation of the pelvis to the feet. Again, exhale, the inner thighs are nice and active here. We are mobilizing the lower spine. Inhale, lengthen. 2 more. Exhale, rocking, imprint, stretching, curling up. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale. It should feel good with the stretching of lower spine. And inhale, lengthen. Now go ahead and dorsiflex your right ankle, stretch your right leg on the floor and the right arm overhead. And as you do so, feeling the right abdominal pulling in as you pull the 2 limbs away from each other. And then release back down or back in. Inhale, reaching the arms and the leg away, switching side, abdominals anchoring down. Exhale, repeat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, reach arm and leg like a little yawn you have on that side. Exhale, switch side. Exhale, one more each side. In breath. Last one, in breath. And exhale, return. Open the arms out to a T position. Have the feet slightly wider than your pelvis. Still in parallel position. Into the hip roll over to the right. As we inhale, dropping the leg. Allow the hip to rotate internally and externally. Exhale, return them back to center. Inhale, lower to the other side. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Try to counteract the upper abdominal so you don't get the back to come off completely off the floor. Resist back to center. Inhale, over to the other side. Resist the upper abdominal, pulling in. Exhale, come back. Inhale, rotate and dropping. Exhale, come back. One more each side. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. All right, go ahead and lie on your side facing me. Tuck the knees, 90 degree. Hip joint at 90. Arms nice and long here. You can also prop your head with a little pillow or cushion if you like to. Chest opener. Inhale, reach the top arm. Lift the arm up. Rotate the trunk over to the back wall. Exhale, come back up and down. Inhale, reach. Rotate. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach. Up. Rotate. Exhale, back. Last one. Inhale, reach. Up. Rotate. Let's stay there. I wanted to just bring the leg back to the middle, lying on your back, and then go ahead and rotate the spine facing the other way. We'll repeat the other side. So we're going to face away from each other here. We inhale, reach the top arm, take the arm up, rotate, and we face each other again. Inhale, bring it up, and close. Inhale, reaching up, arm up, rotate the spine. Exhale, closing back. Inhale, reach. Open. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Open. Exhale. Last one. And stay. Bring yourself back on the mat, facing upward. And then go ahead and bring the feet a little closer. Hands behind your head, ready for our chest lift. So interlacing the hands here. Elbows slightly off the floor. Take an in breath. Exhale, ready the abdominal. Lifting the head and the chest up. In breath. Exhale, we come back down. In breath. Exhale. Inhale, maintain the pressure of the abdominal here. Exhale, come back down. Again, in breath. Inhale. Exhale, return. 2 more. exhale, return. Last one. Inhale, we stay. Now, add rotation here to the right. In-breath, center. Rotate from the waist. In-breath, center. Exhale. In-breath. Exhale. In-breath. Stay in that flexion. Move from the waist upward. One more each side. To center and come back down. All right, open the arms up to a T position. One leg to tabletop. Bring the second one up, joining tabletop. Now spine to supine. Rotate to the right and come back to center. Rotate to the left. Exhale, return. Inhale, rotate. Exhale. Inhale, rotate. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale, join the abdominal and come back to center. Now, I want you to imagine that you have a mermaid or a merman tail here. So as you rotate, the whole tail will rotate as one unit over to the left. And then as you come back, pull in the belly, the whole tail comes back to center. So you really quietly tight together. Inhale. Over to the right. Exhale. Back to center. Inhale over to the left. Keep your tail moving in one. And exhale. Pull back to center. Inhale over to the right. Exhale. The obliques abdominal. Pull your legs back to the middle. Inhale over to the left. The obliques abdominal. Pull back to center. Let's do one more each side. Inhale over. Exhale. Last one. Inhale over. And exhale. We'll come back to center. We hold. Now, lower the right leg down. Lower the left leg down. Go ahead and interlace the hands behind your head. Your feet are still in the parallel position. Now I want you to bring the elbows up. Rest your head heavily in your arms and in your hands. Then, as you breathe out, draw in the abdominal. Now, lift the head and the chest up, looking forward. I want you to feel the head is heavy in your arm, but you're coming up with the upper abdominal. So the abdominal is working, the neck is not. Inhale, we hold. Exhale, we go down. Repeat. Exhale. Lift. In breath. Exhale down. Now do me a favor. The next time you come out, I want you to look at your belly. Make sure the belly stays in, not out. So exhale. Belly in. Still stays in as you come up. Still stays in. Still stays in. Keep the pressure in. In breath. And exhale. We go down again. In breath. Exhale to lift. In breath. And exhale, we go down again. One more time, and then we add rotation. Exhale to lift. Abs stays in. Now, from the waist, we rotate the trunk to the right. Inhale, center. Waist to the left. Inhale, center. Stay up. In breath. Spin to the left. In breath. Right. In breath. In breath. Right. Left. Two more each side. Last one each side. Last one. Left. Come back to center. And come back down. Good job. All right. Take your arms down by the side. All right. Now, again, secure your center. Imagine a corset wrapping around you. Breathe out, take the right leg up to the tabletop. So this is your leg lift. Movement from the hip socket only. We lower the leg down, stabilize the pelvis. Exhale, we bring it up and then lower. What we're looking here is that deep intention. As the legs go up and down, the pelvis stays quiet and constant in one position, which means the abdominal has to work. Right, now focus. Do not rock the pelvis as you come up and down. Exhale, lift, lower down. One more lift, lower down. Now we switch the other leg. All right, before you take the leg up, secure your abdominal by pulling in tightly. Now, the moment you take the foot off, there is no jiggle of the pelvis. So lifting up, inhale, lower at the hip. Exhale, lifting up. Avoid rocking and lift up. In breath, lower. Inhale, lower. Two more. And lower. Last one, stay up. Loading the abdominal more into leg changes. So tiptoe the other foot. Again, keep the belly in. Pull the belly to the lower back. Take the other leg up. We switch position. We switch position. We need to work harder to pull the belly in and down to the floor. Exhale. Changing in the hip socket. Keep the angle of the knees constant all the time. One more each side. Last one. Bring both legs up. Stay. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Pull in deep, deep, deeper in the abdominal. Lower one foot down. Second leg down. Good work. Extend the left leg long. Take the right leg to a tabletop. Now extend the leg straight up. Use the leg muscle. Use the quadriceps. Use the hamstrings. Flex the ankle, stabilize the pelvis. This is leg circle in parallel position. We're going to go across the body, down as you inhale one round. Exhale. Inhale. We want to keep the pelvis stable. Exhale. So if you feel that you're rocking away and going wild, reduce the movement. Reduce the range. Inhale one round. Exhale. Last set. Inhale. Exhale. We stay. Reverse out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Out, down, across. In breath. Exhale. Last set. Exhale. Stay. We point. Keep using the leg muscle. We bend. We lower. We straighten. All right. We bring the other foot in. First on the floor. Then we take the leg up to the tabletop. Extend the leg straight, squeezing the hamstring, squeezing the quads, and flex the ankle. All right, across the body. Inhale, exhale. Remember, pelvis lumbar stabilization, that's our deep focus for here. Exhale. Keep the movement small. If you find the movement is challenging, to stabilize the pelvis. In breath. Last one, exhale, stay. Reverse, out, down. Exhale. In breath. Exhale. In breath. Exhale. Last set. Exhale, stay. We point, we bend, we lower, we straighten the legs long. Now zip up the legs together. Arms overhead. This is the roll up. It can be very challenging. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the arms up, lift up to a chest lift. We're going to zip the legs together. As we exhale, pull in the lower abdominal and lower back down, and then lift up to the C curve. Now, I understand that could be very impossible to do. Now, what we can do is modify that. We can bend the knees. Keep that C curve. We roll down. We can roll down, keep the C curve. We can have the hands behind the thigh and help you roll down, or keep the arms by the side. I'm going to leave it to you, which is more suitable for you today. To inhale, come up to the chest lift, whether you bring the hands behind the thigh or keep the arms by the side, dig deep in the abdominal and come up. In that C curve. So that's a modification here. Now, if you opt for the long legs version, the traditional classic version here, so we have the legs long, and then we go into C curve, and we roll the pelvis back. We bring the lower back down to the floor, arms by the side, take the arms overhead. Again, inhale, lift, arms here, imprint the back as you exhale, and we come up, C curve, C curve, C curve. Stay here, make sure the head is right over the shoulder here, and then exhale, send the pelvis back. Sacrum down to the floor, lower back down to the floor, arms by the side, and take the arms overhead. Again, inhale, lift, exhale, imprint the back, come up into the C curve, in breath here, and exhale, we roll down, imprint the sacrum, lower back, and take the arms overhead. Last one, inhale, lift, imprint the back, pull up, up, into the C curve, and come up sitting nice and tall. Spine stretch is next. Open the feet, shoulder width apart, or slightly wider than the shoulder, that's also fine. Legs dorsiflex, lift up the center, back straight. All right, here, breath in. Roll down the spine. Bring the pelvis forward at the final range. Inhale. Exhale, roll the spine out. And we come up, upright. Breath in. Exhale, we roll down. Bring the pelvis forward. In breath. Breath out. Roll it up. And upright. Again. Exhale, we roll down. In breath. Exhale, we roll up tall. Last one. Exhale, we roll down. Reach. Exhale, we roll up, upright, and release. Good job. All right, legs together. Come and face me, lying on the side of your body. Legs long together. Stack them up like two chopsticks. Bottom arm is long underneath you. Now, top hand here. I want you to activate the underneath obliques. Right, lie on the side as if you have a wall between the front and your back of your body. Now, balance yourself. Sink deep into the abdominal here. And now, as you exhale, contract the top oblique to lift the legs up. Inhale, lengthen, float. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen, float. Find balance in the body. Stability in the body. If you want, you can do a little test. Can you take your hands up and keep that balance? And then down. If this is impossible, keep the hands in front. It's okay. And then lengthen. Last one. Lift. And then lengthen. We lower the legs. Bend the knee. Push yourself up over to the other side. Reach the legs long. Stack up the legs. All right, organize the center, organize the balance. Shoulders away from the ears. All right, here we go. I want to see gap underneath your waist there. And then exhale, lifting. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, lengthen, reaching. And lift, lengthen. And two more, lift and lengthen. And last one, lift and lengthen, lengthen, and lower the legs down. Good work. All right, final exercise, lie onto your front. We are going to work our back extensors. So zip the legs together. Arms long by the side. Imagine you have a side pocket on the side of your thigh. You want to have those arms elongating down to your feet. We ready the abdominal to support your lower back, which means we do not want your lower back to sink down to the floor. Now, here, exhale, belly in. Inhale, lifting the head and the chest. Lifting the upper trunk. Upper back, middle back, up. Neck is long. Exhale, coming down. Again. Inhale, arms reaching down, head, neck reaching away, upper spine, middle spine. Now hold here. You should not feel any discomfort in the lower back. You should have the abdominals working hard. Maybe the abdominals shaking now is good. And then come right back down. Again, inhale, lifting, abs working, upper middle back working very hard, arms working, legs working, neck is long, and bring it down. And inhale, lift. Your gaze should still be on the floor, slightly further away. Exhale, we take it down. Last one. Inhale, lifting, lifting, lifting. Exhale, and down, and down, and down. Beautiful work. Bend the elbows, forearm to the side, push the floor away. Sit the pelvis down to your heels, to your rest position. We in breath and exhale in this rest position, focusing on opening the back of the ribs on inhalation. Exhalation, releasing down to the floor. One more in breath and exhale. All right, tuck your toes under, please. Bring your hands next to your knees or slightly forward of your knees. Push up, feet parallel. And then allow the body to just rest onto your thigh for a second. We are going to roll up to finish the class. Breath in. And as you exhale, ready abdominals. And start rolling the spine up again. The pelvis will come up right. And the spine will start sticking up bone by bone and coming up to your beautiful standing position. 2 more times. Breath in. Breath out. We roll down, nodding the head down, articulating the spine. Bring it down to the lower spine. Then tip the pelvis forward. Bend the knees a little bit more. Ease the arms. Relax them. Inhale. Exhale. We roll up again. Press the feet down. Really try to curl the tailbone under so your pelvis will kind of tuck under and roll the spine up, sticking up like a Jenga block, one on top of the other, and upright. Last one, in breath. Exhale. Beginning to mobilize the spine, warming up the spine, and just take a mental note if there's any part in the spine that feels a little tender, a little tight, that you need to be careful of. In breath and exhale. Just be aware and how your body's feeling today. And come right up to a standing position. Lift the left arm up. Off you go to the right for the lateral flexion. Bring it up and down. Lift the left arm up. Off we go to the left. Bring it up and down. In breath. Exhale. In breath. And down. Inhale. Exhaling side bend. Inhaling upright. Last set. In breath. Exhale. And down. Last one. All right, we'll add some rotation. We're going to inhale against side bending. We'll hold here. Rotate the trunk forward above the pelvis. Reach the arm away, pulling in the center so you feel a stretch in the back of the spine. And come back, side bending. Come up. Lift the other arm up. Side bending. We rotate. We hollow the belly. We reach away. And come back to side bending and bring it up. Last set, in breath. Exhale. In breath, side bend. Exhale, come up. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, side bend. And come back up. All right, now softening through the knees. Hands on the pelvis. Here, what we're going to do, we're going to draw the abdominal in. We're going to curl the tail under. So your bottom is kind of curling down, and your lower back is flattening. Release, stick your body out, arching the back. Again, abs drawing the pelvis under, and release, arching. Exhale. In breath, release. Exhale. Rocking forward and backward. 2 more. And release. Last one. And release. Come back to the neutral pelvis position. Let's go over to your right, lifting up the side, and then left, lifting up, and right, and left. So we're mobilizing the pelvis now, and left. 2 more times. Last set. Come back to center. Now we're going to make a circle. We're going to curl under, over to the right, arch the bottom out, over to the left, and around. So continue drawing circular motion with the pelvis around. Big circle. Try to keep the rib cage stable here. 1 more. Exhale. And back. Now reverse. We go forward, left, back around. 2. Exhale. 3. 4. 2 more. 5. Last 6. Come back to center and release. Awesome work. All right, let's go down to the mat. Let's lie on our back. Have your feet in a parallel position. And then the chest is open, arms are long. Continue with our pelvis rock. So we are going to draw the abdominal, empty the belly, and then we're going to empty the lower spine to the floor. The tailbone comes up. You are doing this curl because we're using the abdominal, then we fire the glute later on. And then release. So we exhale, abdominal comes in first, imprint the lower back, and then as you go higher, the glutes and the hamstring kicks on. And release. Again, exhale, imprint the back, feel that stretch in the lower spine, feel the abdominal drawing into the spine, and release. Exhale. In breath. 2 more. Exhale. In breath, release. Last one. In breath, release. Now let's go ahead into the pelvic curl. We exhale, we do the rock, and then we continue rolling the spine up to that bridge position here. So the hamstring is lifting up high, the abdomen is drawing in deep, and we exhale, we roll it back to the floor, bone by bone, and release back to your start position. Repeat. Exhale, we roll up. We press the arms down. We lift the hips up. In breath. Exhale, we roll the spine down and release back down. And again, exhale, we roll up. Now here, let's take the right arm overhead, just the right arm. Exhale, roll the spine down. Make sure you really imprint every single bone of the vertebra of the spinal column. Bring it back to start position and take the arm down. Now roll the spine up again. Inhale, other arm overhead. Exhale, roll and imprint the spine down. And release the pelvis, the arm comes down. Again, exhale, we roll up. Nice and high. Inhale, the right arm comes overhead. Exhale, the spine rolls down. And then the arms come back. Last one. Exhale, the spine comes up. The left arm goes overhead. Exhale, the spine rolls down. And release back by the side. Okay, now we're going to do a spinal wave. So we roll up the same way in the middle. And as we go down, I'd like you to think just the right side. Lower the right rib cage, the right lower back, the right pelvis, and then we bring everything back to square center. We roll up the middle, and on the left, release the left rib cage, imprint it down, left lower back, left pelvis, and come back
square up. Again, exhale, we roll up. In breath. Exhale, right rib cage, lower spine, sacrum, and come back to center. And we roll up, hold, and the left rib cage, lower back, pelvis, and back to center. One more set. Center, roll up, hold, roll down onto the right, and back to the center, and roll up the middle, all the way up to the bridge, in breath, and the left side going down, and then come back to center, release. Lift one leg up, second leg up, compress the thigh bone to your chest, release the pelvis down, stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release one foot, second foot, open the feet wider than the pelvis, open the arms to the side. My favorite, hip rolls with windmill arm. We're going to roll the leg to the right, glue the rib cage down, and then bring the legs back to center. And then roll the legs to the left, glue the rib cage down. Exhale, center. Inhale, we rotate in the hip. Exhale, come back. Inhale, over to the left. Rib cage stays nice and heavy to the floor. Exhale, center. In breath. Exhale. Inhale. Rib stays down. Exhale. One more set. In breath. Exhale. Last one. In breath. Exhale. Now let's add the arm. Inhale to the right. Left arm come through. Reach over to the other side. Bring it up overhead. Come back to T position and center. Over to the left. Right arm comes through. Overhead. Open to a T position and come back to center. And again, right to the knee. Left arm over. Open to the side. Center. Legs to the left. Right arm comes forward. Overhead. And open to center. Last set, legs to the right, left arm comes through, roll overhead, and center. Last one, legs to the left, and right arm comes through, and the arm go overhead, and come back to center. Isn't that fantastic? Just love that so much. It really opens up the spine completely. All right, bring the feet narrow to a parallel. Interlace the hands behind the head onto our chest lift. We breathe out. We curl the head and the chest up. Lengthen the arm. Grab the back of the thigh. Lift up a little high. Use the arm muscles. And then transfer your arms back behind the head. And come down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lift up higher. Exhale, arms go back. And return. 3 more. Exhale, lift. Pull up a little higher. So we're really stretching the back line here. Hands behind the head. And come down. And 2. Reach in, breath lift. Arms back. And down. Last one. Reach, lifting up. Come back. Come down. Good job. Left arm up to the sky. We're going to do your rotation this way, chest with rotation. Exhale. As you come up, bring the arm over towards the right side, and we're going to rotate to the right. Come back to center. Exhale. Lift. Rotate. Inhale. Make sure that you rotate from the waistline. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale, come back. Last one. Exhale, forward, across. Inhale, come back. And we're going to change the arm. And exhale, over to the left. Inhale, return. And exhale, 2. Inhale, return. Exhale, 3. In breath, return. 2 more here, up. And come back. Last one, up. And come back. And release. Good job. All right, on to the modified roll up here. Legs together. You can have the knees slightly longer here. We'll take the arms overhead and then we'll lift up as you inhale, grabbing the back of the legs. And upon here, deepen up the abdominal, lift yourself up, round in the back, into the C curve. The arms can release. Breath in, breath out. We're going to rotate the pelvis to the floor. Curl that sacrum down, imprint it to the floor, lower back down, the arms come overhead. Inhale to lift. Exhale, imprint the lower back. Use your arm to help you find that flexion, and the arm releases at the end. Breath in. Exhale, rolling down. Pelvis imprinted, lower back, and then the arms go over. Repeat. Inhale. Exhale, we lift, curling the tail under, bringing the spine over the pelvis. In breath here. Exhale, we roll back, sacrum onto the floor, lower back onto the floor, and then come down. Last one. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, pull in the center, come over, over, over. Then roll like a ball. Walk the feet closer towards your pelvis. Tippy toes. Grab the legs just before the ankle bone. Pull in the leg closer towards you. Keep that back in a round spine, but I want you to think about lengthening instead of scrunching the spine. Okay, now keep the position. Toes are floating. Inhale, we roll to the shoulder. Exhale, we balance. In breath, we roll. Exhale, balance. Again, 4 more. Exhale, balance. And 3. And up. And 2. And up. And last. And brilliant. Well done. Okay. Come to sitting position. Diamond leg position. Your feet can be apart here. Nice and tall, hands interlace behind your head, slight interlace, soft interlace, I would say. Okay, lengthening through the spine. Here, kind of like spine stretch. We roll the spine forward, roll down through the spine, and then we're going to extend the back into a beautiful long diagonal position and bring that spine upright over the hip joint. Exhale like a wave. We roll down. Inhaling, extending, and upward. Again, 3 more. Exhale. In breath. And up. 2. Exhale. In breath. And up. Last one. Exhale. In breath. And reach up. Tall position here. Rotate towards me. And then side bending, elbow to the knee. Come upright, center. Rotate to the other side. Side bending, elbow to the knee. Come upright, center. Rotate. And side bend. And come up. Center. Rotate. Side bend. Come up. Center. In breath. Exhale. In breath. Inhale. Exhale. In breath. Again, 2 more times. And back. Center. Rotate. And down. And back. Center. Well done. And release. All right. Now, come
face each other into our mermaid position here. All right, so we got a triangle on the front and on the side of the leg. Arms out to the side here. We're going to lean diagonally, touch the hand down to the floor, soften the elbows down, and side reach away. Lift the arm up, just the arm, and then we're going to spiral or rotate from the hip, the waist, the shoulder. We pivot there, and then we're going to take the arm forward. Open the arm, derotate the spine. Again, side over reach, bring it up, and spiral or rotate and reach the arm across. One more. Open back, side facing, top arm reach, and open. Rotate the spine and reach the arm across. Open the arm, rotate back, lift up onto the fingertips, use your obliques, come up, release, other side. Okay, arms up. We go lengthen and reach, hand. Right, lower the elbow, reach the top arm over, lift the arm, and rotate the spine, and bring the arm through. Open the arm, rotate the spine, take the arm up, and reach out. And bring the arm to the side, rotate the spine, and reach the arm through. Open the arm, rotate back, and reach the arm over. One more set. Open, and then rotate, reach across. Open the arm, rotate. Now here we're gonna lift up, and we're gonna come up, release. Good job. All right, let's go on to a quadruped position. Just do a cat stretch here. Shoulder, wrist align, hip, knees align. Push the shoulder apart, long spine. Breath out, rounding the spine. And then head looking down, tailbone curling under, and lengthening through the spine. Extend the upper back into upward arch. Repeat, rounding under, flattening, arch upward. And exhale, rounding under, lengthen long spine, and arch the upper spine. Last one. Exhale, round, feeling the spine lengthening, getting longer. Extend the back, a little bit tongue twisted there, and back to center. Okay, let's go down into the belly here. We've got our back extension and double leg kick. Arms to the side. We go inhaling, lifting crown of the head, neck, upper back, middle back. The arms go on the side of your thigh. The neck stay long. And we come down. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, return. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, come down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. All right, interlacing your hands in the small back. Right, so in the lower back, legs floating, head turned around to the right side, so left cheek on the floor, and then we're going to kick the leg, 3, 2, 1, extend the legs, lift the back, the arms will float off your bottom, and head over to the other side, and we kick 1, 2, 3, inhale, reach long, lift the back, other side, exhale, 2, 3, inhale, reach,
Again, exhale. Inhale, reach. Last set. And pull, extend. Last one. And pull, extend. And release. Done. Beautiful work. Bring the forearm to the side of the body. Push the floor away. Bring the pelvis to your heel side. And then from here, I want you to tuck the toes under. Lift the knees up and come up to your upstretched position. Spread your fingers away on the floor. Push the floor away. Send the pelvis up diagonally. Long spine. Heels can come down. Enjoy the stretch in the back of the legs. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and walk the feet towards your hands. Softening the knees, allow the spine to rest on your thighs. Allow the gravity to relax the head and the neck and the upper shoulder and the arms. Breathe in, breathe out. And the next breath out, we roll up. We curl the tail under. We stack the spine. We support the spine with abdominal. And we bring ourselves to a nice, tall, standing position. One long inhalation. And exhale. Beautiful work. Beautiful work, my friend. Amazing. I'm happy that you're here moving with me. Let me know how you feel. All right, write a comment below, and I'll see you back tomorrow for another fantastic